First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways, preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this is your brother Dawaba from the branch of GMS here in Chicago, coming right back at you with a little lesson. And on my phone screen here, you see it's kind of like a blank screen right now. But what's going to end up happening is when I cut it on, I got a at progress.portal, and this guy is talking to Charleston White, and he asked him a question: why black relationships struggle? And the question that now, the answer that Charleston White, he's going to give a good answer, and the things that he say is true. But when it all boils down to it, we under the curses, point blank period. Deuteronomy 28. Point blank period. We under the curses. Hey, the nigger woman is, and the so-called black, Latino, and Native American women are just going to be totally against their male counterparts. But for the most part, the Southern woman, the nigger woman, is the main culprit of all that shit. She's the main one that's got disrespectful, total disobedience, total lack of love for her, for her man. Period. And I'm talking about total lack of love for the Israelite man. Period. But I'm going to sit up here and let him play and grab a few scriptures.
Why you think the black relationship do not last?
Because the black woman think the black man's supposed to have one woman. And the nigga's unhappy. Nigga's unhappy with one woman till he die. I'm just the only black man can finally say it. Really miserable. And then the black woman is selfish in the relationship. It's all about her. If she having a bad day, the house has a bad day. Her feelings matter more than the best interest of the relationship. Her feelings matter more than the best interest of the children. Everything revolves around the black woman. When God created everything to revolve around the man. God created everything to center and evolve around the man. No matter what kind of man he is. The woman is the motivator to the man, and she's his inspiration to all things. To be better, to do better, but she don't know how to motivate him. Outside of getting him some because she's selfish in her emotions.
Why you
All the rest of that shit he just said in the last 15 seconds is some bullshit. She ain't the motivator of this shit. Point blank period. She was created to be a helpmeet. So with that being said, hey, let me grab some scriptures. Now I agree with him all up to the other stuff. Hey, a dude is miserable with one woman, cause these bros don't. Please, we like variety. Point blank period. And these women act like they control us and own us. That's first and foremost. Secondly, the whole point of the matter is they think that we were created for them. No, we're not. But hey, let me grab a few scriptures real quick. The first scripture I want to sit up here and grab is Genesis chapter 2. We go down here. And here it is. Here it is. And the Lord thy power said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him. And out of the ground the Lord thy power formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. Now, and it says, and Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an helpmeet for him. And the Lord thy power caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs, and closed up the flesh instead of thereof, and the rib which the Lord thy power had taken from the man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. And I'm going to end it right there. But he said a helpmeet for Adam. It didn't say a helpmeet for Eve. It said a helpmeet for Adam. And yeah, it said a help me for Adam, because I was going to go somewhere else. But a help me for Adam. Now, people might sit up here and say, that rib thing. I'm just going to give a quick precept for the rib thing. And that's Genesis chapter 29. And it says Laban's daughter. I'm going to go down a little bit here. Here we go. I'm going to go down to Genesis 29 and 13, because people sit up here and say he literally took a rib out of that. No, what that means is Adam. That means someone that was close in the nation to Adam. That means that was somebody of Adam nation, like a close relative of Adam. When it says rib, it means someone close to him, someone like a relative. And here's the point. This is Genesis 29 and 13. And it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob, his sister's son, that he ran to meet him and embraced him and kissed him and brought him to his house. And he told Laban all these things. And Laban said to him, surely thou art my bone and my flesh. And he abode with him the space of a month. So what did Laban sit up here? This is now this Laban heard the tidings of Jacob, his sister's son. So this is his nephew. His nephew. So Jacob was Laban's nephew, his sister's son. And what did he sit up here and say? He said, surely thou art bone and my flesh. So when you sit up here and take up, he's related to Jacob. Jacob is related to Laban, a cousin. I mean, his uncle, Salakia. So when it sit up here and says in Genesis that the Heavenly Father took a rib and he said, now you're bone, you're flesh of my flesh and bone of my bone. What was he saying? That she's related to him. So the woman that Adam slept with was related to him in some type of manner. And then if you sit up here and read in Genesis 29, you'll sit up here and understand that, hey, Laban had daughters, and he actually, and then what happened? If you go a little bit further down, he had Leah and Rachel, and guess what? Both of them became Jacob's wives. So even though they were Laban's daughter, which Laban is Jacob's uncle, Jacob ended up he had two wives that was Laban's daughter. So, and he took both of them. And that also debunks that bullshit about a man can only have one woman. He took both of his daughters, you know. But either way it goes, and that's just a short sum, because that's not the point I'm trying to get on. But hey, if you read this chapter, you'll find out that, matter of fact, and here, now get this. It says, and Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed unto him but a few days for the love he had to her. And Jacob said to Laban, give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go in unto her. And there you go. That's Laban's daughters. So now that we got that point settled, now let's sit up here. And also, he had both of them. So like I said before, if you read this chapter, not only did he get the younger daughter, he got the older daughter just as well. So let's sit up here and go to, oh man, I kind of got threw off where I was headed. Oh, let's sit up here and go to Deuteronomy, because that's what I'm going, because we under the curses. That's one of the main things that we under. Hey, right now we under the curses, and guess what? When it comes to Deuteronomy 28, around 50 something. Give me a second. Here it is. Deuteronomy 28 and 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. So here it is. Guess what? We under the curses. You know, we under the curses. Right now, our women sit up here and evil toward us. Point blank period, especially the Southern Kingdom woman, which is the Judite woman, which is the nigger woman. You know, point blank period. And this election has surely proven it, because these women are losing their mind. You know, getting mad at the Jake man because they wouldn't vote for that bitch Kamala. You know. Now, Charleston White was right on some of the things he said. Now, that last 10 or 15 seconds was some bullshit. But he was right on everything he said, you know. The woman think everything revolve around her. She was made for us, not us for her. This 1 Corinthians chapter 11 in verse, matter of fact, 11 and 1. I start at 1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Yahushua Mashiach. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things and keep the ordinances I delivered them to you. Keep the order. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Yahushai, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahushua Mashiach is Yahweh. So that's the order. So it's Yahweh, Yahushai, the man, the woman. Point blank, period. That's the order. That is the order. Now, if you go further down, 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 8, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. That's the order. We were not created for the woman. The woman was created for us. She was here to serve us, please us. Point blank, period. So when what Charleston White said was true. Now the rest of that bullshit he said at the end was garbage. You know. But this was straight to the point, man, because what he said was true. And it's about to go back to the way it was. Because this shit right here is garbage, man. The brothers are vexed. We tired of this place. Getting up in the morning, going to shitty-ass jobs we don't want to work at. Getting up and listening to having women over us. Listening to vexed conversation, momos, and all sorts of bullshit. We tired of this shit. You know. It's about to go right back to what it's supposed to be. And brothers can't wait, man. So with that, man, this was just something to the point. I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, I always say stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we're almost up out of here. So with that, I'd like to say Kwam Yasharella and a Baba Ball and Anya Habatham Akim. Shalom.